is look into that camera and tell the company why they should partner with M4. Go ahead, tell them.
Hi, QuickBooks. I'm Sinclair. Talk? Is that how you spell it?
People who have a business idea and you just want a little bit of support, you want a little bit of coaching and taking that idea and forming an actual business and hopefully making it a six-figure business within 3 years. That one right there, when the eyebrows up.
That one, that's the only
bad.
one that can get raised.
Okay, she's short-circuiting now.
I cannot do it with this one. I don't know what it is. We're still working on the revenue. All that to say, when we pop off, don't you dare try to say it was overnight.
Oh, for sure not.
Don't you dare try to say it. You see me putting in the work with the labor of love.
For sure.
That's all.
Today's episode, in all seriousness, is for people who have a business idea and you just want a little bit of support, you want a little bit of coaching and taking that idea and forming an actual business and hopefully making it a six-figure business within 3 years. If this is your first time tapping into the podcast, my name is Devon Travell, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game, and co-host of the M4 show.
And I'm Sinclair, aka the health and real estate nerd. I still have to come up with my catchy name that makes sense. But I like things health and real estate related.
Yes, ma'am. And over the past, it's been 7 years now. Over the past 7 years, we've been able to build out a six-figure business, $250,000, 14 different staff members. We've invested in real estate. And what we like to do is, how do we give the information, the lessons, the losses, the wisdom that we've learned over the past 7 years and give that to other married couples who want to build wealth, want to start their business so y'all can do it faster than we did. All right. So again, today's episode is really focused on a visual business model canvas. And if you've never done this before, this is going to take your business idea, your business plan, and just organize it a little bit better so it's easier to see. I'm a visual person.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a visual? Cool. So if you're on YouTube, you're probably also a visual person. So this is our way of helping you go through it. Queen, you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Is this where I...
This is where you rise and you're going to be our model and scribe for the day. All that work. Oh, strut. Come on. All right. So again, business model canvas. It typically has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different segments in it. Actually, it typically has 6. I added the 7th, which is competition, just because I felt like that wasn't. It was lacking. And I think you need to know who your competitors inside the market space.
So this is a custom
Value proposition?
No, I meant because you made it your own.
Yes, this is a custom business model canvas. I did read this book, Value Proposition Design. Full transparency, when I was working at UCLA, there was a startup resource center. I went into that startup resource center. I checked out this book. And I never returned it. So if you work at UCLA, if you're at the startup center, don't really come for me like that.
We're gonna get a letter in the mail.
You, I can cash app you $10 for the book. I stopped working at UCLA and I never returned the book. My apologies. But we're gonna go over the business model canvas with the M4 show in mind. All right. And this is a model that we think a lot of other married couples can take. If you're a married couple, you can start a podcast, you can start a YouTube channel teaching something or showing your lifestyle. Our lifestyle is built around business, is built around travel, is built around real estate. And that's what the M4 show is going to do. Yours can be a little bit different, but the business model canvas should be the same fundamental framework. All right. So getting right into it, Queen. Customer segment is where you're going to start. Who's your audience and who has a problem that you can solve? So for M4, who are you thinking is our customer segment? If one very specific niche customer is who?
Melanated Married Millionaires in the making.
Boom. So go ahead and you can just put M4. All right. So
isn't there going to be more in this?
There's going to be more. So maybe just do on half or a third. All right, so our primary customer segment are going to be people who are melanated, married, millionaires in the making, meaning their mindset is one day we want to build wealth, whether that's through real estate, through business, through entrepreneurship, through the stock market. We want to talk with people who want to build wealth over time. All right. If we had to separate it into another customer segment, even if it's within M4, how would you niche it down one more level?
Couplepreneurs.
Couplepreneurs. Even right, that's a very specific niche. I like that. So couplepreneurs, if you don't know how to spell it, don't ask me. How I learned how to spell entrepreneur is it's EU because entrepreneurship can get nasty. EU because entrepreneurship can get nasty. And for all my entrepreneurs,
EU because
entrepreneurship.
I don't understand.
Ew.
Oh.
No, you didn't get EU.
I didn't get this. I didn't know it was a phonetic thing. I was like, EU.
Yes. Yep. Y'all, how do y'all spell entrepreneur? I promise you, I've been misspelling it for years until I found like, all right, entrepreneurship. Sometimes it gets messy, it gets nasty. It's EU. Ew. Oh, always EU.
I like that.
I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. All right. So our two customer segments. Broadly, melanated married millionaires in the making. Very specifically, couples that want to build a brand, want to build a business together, right? This is a very different experience than you're an entrepreneur by yourself and you're married to an entrepreneur. Like it's a completely different experience building as a unit. And that's who we want to talk to. That's why you're watching. All right. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right. Next one. Value proposition. This is what is going to make your business different than most of the other businesses out there that are doing something similar. What new sauce that you have to add to the market of podcasting, YouTubing, coaching, all that stuff. So I think a strong value proposition that we have, then I want you to go next, of course, Queen, is we are a couplepreneur. We're literally a melanated married millionaire in the making, and we are a couple who has started a business. And I think that's a strong value proposition for us in the market.
Devil's advocate.
Yes.
You said this is what is going to make our business different in comparison to all other businesses or in comparison to other people serving this customer segment?
In comparison to other people that are in our market. I don't know how many other people are going after specifically couplepreneurs. And I think your point is if the audience is couplepreneurs, then maybe it's also a couplepreneur that's providing it, but I don't think that's always the case.
Oh, right? So you're saying, okay, so just because I'm marketing to couplepreneurs doesn't mean I'm a couplepreneur, but the fact that we are a couplepreneur, but also market to couplepreneurs is what makes us different.
Exactly. That's our value proposition.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Oh, goodness. There's times, y'all, I'll be honest with you, where Sinclair acts like she's 65.
You too.
What did you texted me something the other day?
I can get down with that.
Get down with that. I was like, what? Oh my goodness.
You asked like, oh, do you want to go to Ethiopian for your dinner or something like that? I was like, I can get down with that.
All right, but yeah, a strong value proposition. EU is that we are a couplepreneur. What's another value proposition from your perspective?
Other people in the same market.
Let's think of other business coaches, other wealth coaches, financial planners. I think that's the general market that we're in. What makes us different? Don't think hard.
Is it that we try to tackle like different wealth building strategies rather than just focusing on one?
I think that can be it. That we have a diversified. Diversified. There we go. You're welcome, Chick-fil-A. Go ahead and take that. But a diversified approach to building wealth.
Okay.
Right. And particularly we have 4 areas. We cover real estate, entrepreneurship, the stock market, and intellectual property. Those are our 4 pathways of wealth that we like to focus on.
What did you say?
Diversified approach. A third one that I'm going to throw up on there is I think we are 3 words are coming to mind. You tell me how to word this into something very specific, but authentic, relatable, and funny are the words that are coming to mind. Like,
before we continue, I would just like to make a caveat to everybody that I'm left-handed, so you'll see some smearing and smudging happening, as well as I normally write in cursive, so my print is probably not that pretty. Continue.
Relatable, authentic, funny are the words that are coming to mind that make us different. Like, I think you can go to some YouTube channels and it's going to be 100% education, which is good. You can go to some YouTube channels where it's 100% entertainment and it's funny. And I think we try to be in the middle somewhere where it's like, you're going to learn something, but we also may make you, chuckle a little bit.
Relatable. So you may just write all three, or am I supposed to choose one?
I was trying to figure out a way, and Jay, feel free if you have some, like, what is that? Relatable, funny, authentic. Is it one word, or is it a 2-word thing that we can do?
Because they're not all the same.
Edutainment. Edu-tainment. And another thing we like to do on this is we like to smash words together. But yeah, we are, I think, a edutaining channel where you're going to learn, but you're also going to have fun. You're going to be entertained. And I think the last proposition that I might put on there is...
Let me know how many you got beforehand.
My bad. Afrocentric, I think, is a very specific value proposition and niche for us. All right. Again, you're going to go through these and you're going to talk, and you can have a list of 10 things. And then you got to figure out on that list of 10, what are the ones that we want to really dive in and focus on and market. But I think those are a strong 4. We are a couplepreneur. We have a diversified approach to building wealth. We have a edutainment kind of approach to building content, and we are Afrocentric. You see the locks. We're going to hear Ashe. You might hear some other words that are like, oh, okay, where's that from? It's from the continent of Africa and the African diaspora. Okay. Feeling good?
Yep.
All right. Channels. This is going to really get specific on how do you send out information to your audience? How does your audience see you? How do they find you? Right. So a clear first one, Queen, is YouTube. Catch us on the tube, y'all. Make sure, speaking of YouTube, if you're not already, like and subscribe. All right. It's just a little button right here. I think there's also like a bell or something that you do to get notifications. You should definitely hit that. If you want to get to 6 figures rocking with the M4 channel, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button, hit the bell, and stay tapped in with us. We appreciate it. So YT, as the cool left-handed kids say. Another one is IG, since we want to just do 2 letters.
Would you like me to write it out tomorrow?
It would have been nice, but we're here now. So let's go ahead and rock with the IG. You see this death stare, y'all? What is going on? I know it's bad when the eyebrow gets raised. Whenever Sinclair does that one right there, when the eyebrow's up.
That one, that's the only one that can get raised.
Okay. She's short-circuiting now.
I cannot do it with this one. I don't know what it is.
Another channel. We got YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
We live on the TikTok.
Oh, the TikTok. Is that okay?
No, that was something probably old people say. I don't know how to do that. No, I'm not gonna do that.
TikTok gets the full respect. That's crazy.
Talk? Is that how you spell it?
I'm not on that platform. That's you.
Jade? Does it have a K?
we don't know.
I feel really old.
Now you're old. You
not
can't
knowing
even
how to spell it.
You can't even spell.
I just click on the icon.
Oh my goodness. All right. But those are our, I think, main channels at this point. What we
did I spell it wrong?
It's a
awkward.
Come on now. TikTok. Boom. Another channel that I think we should get better at is email. Right. We do have an email list. And I think with our Play Black Wall Street community, we're good at sending out emails. But with our M4 community, we need to get better at sending out that newsletter or weekly update, something like that. Right. Your internal or inbound marketing should be strong. But these are our main four. Of course, you can do paid ads, you can do Google ads, you can do newspapers, you can run Hulu ads. Now there's all types of stuff. So based on your value proposition and based on your customer segment, figure out what are the best channels to reach out.
Now, there are other channels where our podcasts can be found. Is it because we don't necessarily market to them, we're not writing them down here, or do they also?
No, that's a good point. So
Spotify.
our podcasts, so you can just put like podcast platforms.
Okay.
Right? Because we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Sirius XM. I'm just kidding. I don't know if we're on satellite.
Well, we popping.
But yeah, podcast platform. Platform with a K. I'm just kidding. No, your eyebrow didn't go up, so I wasn't in trouble there.
No, it was just like that's funny.
All right. Boom. Figure out your channels. Next, bring in the money. How are you going to monetize this business idea? All right. And this is where for us, M4, we are still trying to figure out the revenue streams for M4. Play Black Wall Street is our main revenue stream. This is really our way of giving back to the community. We haven't monetized this. So right now, all this game is literally free. All over YouTube, all over our website, it's literally free for now. There will be a cost at some point.
But also, we've been doing this podcast now for how many years?
4 years in some iteration. We've gone through the rebrand, but
Yes.
It's been 4 years.
4 years. We're over 100 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still working on the revenue. All that to say, when we pop off, don't you dare try to say it was overnight.
Oh, for sure not.
Don't you dare try to say. You can see we putting in the work. This is a labor of love.
For sure.
That's
Thank you for the smile. All right, revenue streams. In a perfect world, Sinclair, when M4 is popping, what is a revenue stream that you would be proud of and you would want to see incorporated in the business?
Like company sponsorships for our episode.
Boom. We're gonna do some videos on that today.
Can I just put sponsorships, or may put company sponsorships?
Sponsorships is fine. And these sponsorships, can you name a couple businesses that you would enjoy having a sponsorship with?
Ones that would make sense. QuickBooks, so we use them. They are very helpful. The Black Coffee Company, because pretty much every episode we got that in our cups.
Mm-hmm.
Dianu.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got right now.
Okay. Now, what I need you to do right now, Sinclair, is look into that camera and tell the company why they should partner with M4. Go ahead, tell them.
Hi, QuickBooks. I'm Sinclair. You are a lifesaver for me as the Director of Operations and Logistics for our company, Play Black Wall Street. We utilize you for payroll. It's so easy running the reports, knowing that my tax payments are getting sent and I don't have to do that. Lifesaver. It's so easy for a busy entrepreneur lifestyle. We would love to help you spread the word for people like us, Black entrepreneurs, who we got a lot going on. We're out here trying to make a difference, right? Make social impact while also making money. So if you could help us support our business, support our lifestyle here by sponsoring us and supporting what we do, because we do good work. We do good work out here in the community. We are changing lives, and we would love the opportunity for you to be a part of that as well.
And cut. Come on. Edit. Yeah, we're going to edit that. That was a good one. We're going to make a nice little reel out of that. But to this point, you want to be able to find sponsors to where at any given moment, you can easily say an elevator pitch on why there's a business alignment and a brand alignment between you and the sponsor that you want to have. So the fact that she was able to do that on the spot was amazing. Good job, Sinclair. Catch that high five. Boom. You caught it?
How do you catch a high five?
Just like that. Okay. Literally just like that. Cool. So sponsorships. Another revenue stream would be memberships, right? So again, y'all are watching this right now. Everything is free. But at some point, we want to be able to give a higher value and a high level experience for people that pay $20 a month, $50 a month, $1,000 a month, and they get access to our masterminds. They get to travel with us and go on our retreats. They get access to a higher level of breaking down business model canvas and business coaching, relationship coaching, and things of that nature. So one day M4 will have a membership revenue stream. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Number 3 revenue stream.
Events.
I like that. What type of events come to mind for M4 for you?
Live podcasts. It's gonna get tricky as we get further down.
Mm-hmm.
Live podcasts, like conferences, retreats.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I don't need to write those.
No, that's good. I think we understand that. And if you are just listening on the platform, we're sorry that it's not as engaging and visual for you. Hopefully, you're still getting a lot of good wisdom from the audio, but definitely make sure y'all tap into the YouTube so you can see the full visual later on. But I think these 3 streams are solid. A 4th one on the low would be merch.
Mm-hmm.
Merch products like shirts, sweatsuits. If you are married, you probably understand that as a husband, your sweatsuits are not your own. And every time I buy a new sweatsuit, somehow it ends up with my wife.
Do you buy it with me in mind?
I used to buy them with only me in mind. And at this point, I'm like, what can I wear that Sinclair would also like as well? And in the background, I hear like a little small violin playing.
The hard life you live.
Indeed. All right, next, customer relations. All right, very similar to channels, but this is more so how do your customers get in contact with you? How do you build a relationship with your customers? So I think social media is one, but social media shouldn't be the only one, right? But social media is one. Queen, do you have one or do you want me to keep going?
I feel like if we had the email, like a way for people to submit questions for like Ask Declare.
Nice. Yes. So I would put more broadly forms or opt-ins, right? So they can go to the m4show.com, and if they have any questions that they want to add to Ask Declare, they can go ahead and put those questions there. If they want to sign up for the email list, they can sign up there. If they want to register for events, they can sign up there. So I'll also put events, right? Both virtual and in person are ways that we can build relationships with couplepreneurs and M4s. M4s. Anything else? What's something outside the box? Building a relationship with the customer outside the box.
I mean, like, if we did like one-on-one coaching, does that fall under this?
I think that can be a revenue stream and also a way of building relationships. Yes. One-on-one coaching. So not just a membership, but if you wanted to really just sit down and spend 2 hours or 30 minutes per week to really get deep coaching with us, you can sign up for the one-on-one coaching. I like that. I was also thinking a AI chatbot, and where this isn't necessarily something that we're doing one-on-one, but it gives customers opportunity to go back and forth and give us information, get some answers, but then on the back end, we now have a customer profile of all the answers that the AI bot gave. So it's like yes, please. It's an automated onboarding to where we're asking them, are you a couple? Do you have a business? What pathway of wealth do you want to go on? What's the hardest part about building wealth? What's a struggle you're having in your marriage? What's a struggle you're having in balancing the relationship? And all that is just a question with the AI bot going back and forth. And at the end, we now have a profile of this person before they meet us. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. You over here spilling the coffee? Mm-hmm. Not the hard sip. All right. Feeling good on customer relation?
Yeah.
All right. Now let's go to cost structure. Your cost structure is really breaking down how much does it cost or what are the expenses for doing this business? The fixed costs, the things that you consistently have to spend money on to get customers or even to produce what you're producing.
What's the difference between a cost and an expense?
A cost and an expense. I don't think there's a difference.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I don't think so. Y'all let us know in the comments if we're wrong, but a cost and an expense seem like it's the same thing. Now you got me thinking.
I see the wheels turning now.
Cost. So an expense. So I think fixed cost is more so all business oriented, fixed costs on things that you need to use to produce outcomes. Whereas like an expense, like food is an expense, but I wouldn't put that in our cost structure.
Gotcha. So expense is more just money spent by the business, not necessarily in direct connection to
the outcome of producing profit.
Makes sense to me.
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll ride with it.
Yeah, we'll ride with it. So cost structure, number one, I would say the cost of production. Right. So I got the stools right there for you, my love.
Oh, you love me.
I do.
And my niece.
I do.
Ugh.
It's the small things in marriage, y'all. You just gotta.
It really is.
Boom. Look, see, come on, look comfortable. Yes. All right, cost structure. Production costs. Right. So, and this is new for us. We used to do live podcast every single week, and this was our model for like probably 3.5 years. We would get on YouTube live, or we started off with Zoom actually back in 2020, Jay. I think 2020. We started off on Zoom. Right, at the pandemic, which was good. It got us consistently real low cost structure, but the quality wasn't quite there. We then moved to like our own camera, and then 3 years later, finally we have this production where we have Jaid who will come out. We got 2 cameras, we got the lights, we got the microphones, and it's a full production. A little bit more expensive, but the quality, much better quality, right? Yes. So production costs would be there. Website costs, so like the cost of buying the domain, the cost of maintaining that domain. We host our podcast on Buzzsprout, which has a monthly cost associated with it. So just like website costs in general are definitely on there. Anything else you can think of as far as our cost for M4 right now?
Does like the other subscriptions that we need, or that fall under production costs? Okay.
What subscriptions do you talk about?
There's no other subscriptions that we use. Oh, for like we don't pay for Canva.
We definitely on that free Canva with the template.
Or for social media, what do we use to actually put them out?
So we use Simplified for our social media management. That does cost. So you can put social media management. And then you can also just put like staff as well. We do have other members of our team, Harry, Rajel. We appreciate y'all that are doing graphics, that are editing videos in the background. So our staff would be definitely included in our costs. All right. But again, most of this stuff you can do on a real low budget. You can have StreamYard, you can have Zoom. If we're just talking about your business being a podcast, you can do it with very low cost. We're just at the point where it's been 4 years. We're trying to invest in the company. We're trying to scale the business. And we also have other businesses and other jobs that we work. So some of these costs are really to save us time, right? So we're trying to exchange money value for gaining more time on the back end. If you're just starting off, you might need to put more sweat equity into it up front if you don't want to pay the fee.
I feel like there is definitely, usually to start off, you have to put in a little bit more time. And then there at some point becomes a time where you have to start reevaluating, like, okay, what is more valuable now? Is it saving money, or is it saving time?
Correct.
And I think especially once we got 2 different businesses going, right? Play Black Wall Street started taking off, and we had to pay more attention to that business. At that point, everything kind of shifted to where we do a lot of things for convenience now. And that's okay, because that's what helps us stay sane and not be running around all over the place, although we still end up doing that. But no, it's necessary. So, but like I said, if you're starting out, you may have to just do a lot of things on your own, or find the free versions and work your way up.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Last but not least, competition. How many options you really got? I mean, there's too many options. All right.
Sorry.
So who is your competition in the market? And this can be a direct competitor. This can be an indirect competitor, but thinking broadly to your customer segment, who else might have their attention, right? Who else is competing for their attention? And right now, I'm competing for Sinclair's attention with K-Dot.
You did it. You did it. It wasn't even in my head. Now it is.
I just wop, 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 wop. All right, so competitors. I would say a indirect competitor would be like Earn Your Leisure and Social Proof Podcast. I think both of those podcasts are dope podcasts. They're podcasts that we've used for sure in our development and growth as entrepreneurs, but they're not hyper focused like we are on couplepreneurs and married couples. But they do teach business, they do teach wealth, they do teach financial literacy just to a more broad audience, right?
I'll say another one is the Deadass podcast with Deval and Kadeem. KK.
And explain your rationale on why they are some type of competitor, and then also explain how we are different.
So they're more the couplepreneur aspect of it. They've started this podcast, they've started this business, they very much run it together. They are traveling around doing live shows. It's tapping into the events we want to do. So I feel like they are definitely, they don't talk too much about like the business aspect of it. I think it's more like the family life, relationship. They talk about a lot of those things.
So are they couplepreneur or are they couple? Because couplepreneur means that they're a couple they are a couplepreneur, but is their audience couplepreneurs?
No.
So the audience is just couples.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black couples. So are they still?
They're still a competitor because they're still talking to the same segment, or at least a piece of the same segment as us. They're just having a different conversation with them, which is interesting. And maybe, it's missing some things on there. My apologies. But there's one piece of the value proposition that's key partners. And it's possible that the Deadass podcast is a key partner because they're talking to our audience, but they're having a different conversation. We can be promoting our podcast on their platform. So the couplepreneurs that they are talking to then gets funneled into us. Yeah. Right. Cool. Anything else on competitors? I think like Breathe University at one point when it had its model with E.T. Eric Thomas was a competitor in some aspect of it because it was. No, you don't think so?
Continue your thought.
So, I mean, again, we are couplepreneurs and we were a part of Breathe University to get that coaching, to get that motivation, to get that kind of constant check-in on how you're feeling. I think that's what our coaching would be. So Breathe University. Boom. Now, things that I'm missing. If you can do a line right next to competition and going down, that makes another box.
Okay.
Blessings. And you're putting 3 things in this box. These are key activities.
At the top?
Yes, ma'am. And then key resources. And then the last one will be key partners. That's why I doubled, like when I went over there and I was looking at the boxes, I was like, there's supposed to be 9. And then competition was supposed to be the 10th one. So key activities are, what are the things that you need to do? Kind of like KPIs. What are the things that you need to be doing in order to hit your revenue goals or contact your customers? Like what are the things each week, each month that you need to be doing inside of your business? So one key activity that I'm thinking is our monthly shoots, right? We need to create content.
All right. Some monthly shoots?
Monthly content. I would say another key activity that I need to do a better job at is sending out emails. So whether that's weekly or monthly newsletters to the M4 community. Anything on your end for M4 that you think is a key activity that we should do?
Planning events.
Boom, planning events. All right. So again, just map out what are the key things, key activities that your business needs to do to reach its goal. Next are key resources. These are people, these are actual resources, assets, possibly money that you need in business. So you put money, dollar bills, Jair. All right. Key resource, Jaid, behind the camera. Shout out to the angles and the audio. We appreciate it. Another key resource is I don't know how to put this, but our own development and financial literacy. Like, we need to make sure that we know what we're talking about and do our research so that we can then distill it and provide it to the community.
That feels broad to me.
Mm-hmm.
Would we not need to get down into what we're using for our personal development, or is that you want to keep it broad?
How would you distill it down?
So like, what do you use for personal development? So like for me with real estate, bigger pockets.
Mm-hmm. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. For financial literacy, I don't know if there's a specific books.
Mm-hmm. Books. Go ahead and put books on there. A new book comes to our mailbox probably every other week.
Literally.
All right, so we got Jade, we got books. What's another key resource? I don't want to say the internet because I feel like that's very broad.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast. Okay, for now we'll keep it there. Key resources. Next, key partners. I think potentially, no, I'm gonna say local Black Chamber of Commerce, I think would be really good key partners for us in our specific niche. We also have like podcast guests that come on. So you can just say generally podcast guests. Deja's been a dope key partner. The Powells have been a dope key partner. What's it called? Tad has been a dope key partner. So these are people that are in different markets. Like someone's in social media and brand development, someone else is in cinematography, someone else is in real estate development. We've had accountants come up. We've had tax people come on up. So I think those different guests are definitely dope partners for us. All right. So this is now your full 10 segment business model canvas. All right. We got who is your customer, and ideally what problem are you solving for that customer. We got your value proposition, what makes you different and unique inside of the marketplace. Queen, go to the next three.
Got the channels. So what are you using to communicate to your customer segment? Revenue streams. How are you making money in the business? Customer relations. This is how you're actually contacting your customers.
Yep. Next, we got key activities. What are you doing inside the business each week, each month in order to gain the customer's attention? Key resources. What are the things that you need in the business to be successful? And key partners. Who are people that you can connect with? Who are companies that you can connect with in order to meet your goals?
Got the cost structure, which is the things you're spending money on to produce your outcomes. I guess the revenue streams. Competition. Who else out there doing the same thing or similar thing as you?
There it is. So highly encourage you, rewatch this episode, rewind it, take it back, and draw out your business model canvas and have a conversation on these 10 different segments. And if you need more support, if you need more coaching, feel free to tap in with us. Go to the M4 with the number 4 show.com. Make sure you join our email list and get more information on how to take your business to the next level and get 6 figures within 3 years, if not sooner. Queen, good?
Live brainstorm. We should create a template for this.
A business model canvas
with like examples in there. If they're confused, I put some of these for our business up there so can help them out.
I'm down for it. If y'all think that is a good idea, you would actually click download on a free business model template. Just comment on wherever you're watching this, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Just leave a comment and say Canvas, right? Canvas. Go ahead and let us know that you want this, all right? But thanks for tapping in. I'm Devon Travell, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game.
And I'm Sinclair, aka the health and real estate nerd.
Make sure y'all secure the marriage. Make sure y'all secure the love. And make sure y'all secure the bag. There we go. We got another good one, Sinclair. We got another good one. Pause the vocals for just like 25 minutes for a good episode. And then right when we're done, you can get right back into singing karaoke.
You said a good episode. Doesn't a good episode probably include some good vocals?
Y'all let us know if vocals should be included or not. My suggestion is a no, because I've heard the vocals before. But if y'all would like the vocals, y'all let us know if that's something you would like included in an episode.
Because you've heard the vocals? Oh, I see. Because you've heard the vocals before and you know that it's something that should be cherished and in certain moments and not just diluted for me singing all the time. Is that what you mean?
Precisely what I mean. That's exactly what I mean, Sinclair. But